Is it a good time to start your aviation career? Is it a good time to start your flight training? What will the future of aviation in next couple of years? In this video, we'll discuss about all these things, so stay tuned.
Uh. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going? And in this video, we are going to talk about the future of aviation. This video is definitely going to help you deciding whether to start your aviation career now or not. If you're planning to start your aviation career in 2022 or in 2023, then this video is definitely worth a watch for you. Indian aviation industry was the highest growing aviation market globally pre-pandemic. In financial year 2018, the growth rate counted was 22% as compared to financial year 2017, which was the highest growth rate in a year marked globally ever. By this growth rate, Indian aviation industry was expected to overtake United Kingdom by 2024 and become world's third largest aviation industry. But then,
one positive case of the coronavirus has been detected.
India banned international flights, initially for just 1 week and then indefinite.
During the pandemic, 90% of the flights were cancelled. 98% of international flights were cancelled, and more than 90% of aircrafts were grounded. But as we all see, things are getting better. With this, it is said that aviation industry is expected to boost up again to its pre-pandemic growth rate. Recently, Honorable Minister of State for Civil Aviation said that every year there will be 1,000 pilots required by 2023 and onwards. But are these numbers true? We'll go to the numbers later, but before that, let's talk about something that proves this point. There are certain positive news coming up in the aviation market which shows the aviation market would boost up back to its pre-pandemic level and also grow more than that. Number one, new emerging airlines. As you all know, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is coming up with his new ultra-low-cost airlines, Akasa. Jet Airways, with its new management, is expected to resume its operation very soon. Flybig, a small airline serving tier 2 cities, has started its operation in the COVID times and has started its operation with 3 aircrafts in the fleet now, but it is expected to increase its fleet to 20 aircrafts. Akasa, coming up with a new target market, saying itself to be the ultra low cost carrier. It means that low cost carriers like Indigo and SpiceJet, Akasa would be offering seats even lower than that price. 98% of the population in India did not fly in an aircraft ever. Akasa is targeting that 98% of the market. This will also create a competition with the low-cost carriers like Indigo and SpiceJet. They'll be coming up with new strategies to match the pricing with Akasa, and with this competition, more number of passengers will try to shift to air travel. Number 2, coming to the market's biggest player, Indigo Airlines. Indigo has ordered 730 aircrafts since 2011, and currently the fleet size is 282. And a lot of more aircrafts are still to be delivered. It's not only the passenger travel that's contributing to the aviation industry of India, it's also the air cargo that will help on the growth of the aviation market. Number 3, Indian aviation has grown more than 81% of the pre-pandemic operations, and this growth rate is expected to cross 140% of the pre-pandemic payload by the end of this year. But the good news is that it has grown more than 81%, but still the business travel is still at 20 to 25% of the pre-pandemic payload. That means that people traveling for business purpose, that traveling has just recovered up to 20 to 25%. The overall market has recovered 81% and more. Business travel is still at 20 to 25%. When this business travel market is going to get to its 100%, this number itself will cross 140% of the pre-pandemic payload. Number 4, adaptivity of air travel has increased a lot after the COVID times. People are now lot more conscious about hygiene and cleanliness than the pre-pandemic times. At this time, Indigo has played a very smart game, telling itself to be the lean, clean and flying machine. This says that our aircrafts are clean and hygiene. What people are looking for right now, then again it is targeting the market of those 90% and shifting some people who used to travel by railways and stuff, and now due to the hygiene purpose they will shift to the air travel. There are a lot of positive news coming up which proves that Indian aviation market is also growing more than the pre-pandemic level. International travels are soon to be resumed. SpiceJet launches 60 new domestic routes. Under UDAN scheme, a lot of new routes are being introduced to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Now let us come back to the number that Captain VK Singh says that there would be 1,000 pilots required every year. Let us take some approximate numbers to see whether this number matches with the requirements or not. Let me try to match that number with my personal research. Indigo expects of a delivery of 200 aircrafts in next 3 years. CASA ordered 50 aircrafts from Boeing. Along with Air India and SpiceJet are also expecting to grow its fleet by this year. On an average, a narrow-body aircraft needs 12 pilots per aircraft. For example, if an airline has a fleet of 3 narrow-body aircraft, the airline needs 3 into 12, that is 36 number of pilots to operate those 3 aircrafts on a full-fledged. So let's consider there will be a delivery of 50 narrow-body aircraft each year, which implies 50 aircraft would require 600 pilots to operate them. And these are all approximate numbers again. And for wide-body aircrafts and long-haul flights, on average, 18 pilots are required. For an example, if an airline has 3 wide-body aircrafts, so that airline needs 54 pilots to operate those 3 wide-body aircrafts to operate them in a full-fledged. Now considering Vistara has got its Dreamliner orders and Indigo got its 321 XLR orders, which is going to operate long-haul flights. A lot of more long-haul flight routes are being introduced in the next year. Let us consider all the airline together adds 10 to 11 more aircrafts for its long-haul operations. So 18 pilot for each aircraft, and this would give you the number of around 200 more pilots. During the COVID times, the charter airlines have benefited a lot. When the flights were being cancelled, who needed emergency travel, they opted for charter airlines. Let us consider 100 more pilots requirement for the charter airlines. For small airlines operating in tier 2 and tier 3 cities like Flybig, TrueJet and all, flight instructor jobs and general aviation jobs. Overall count of 100 pilots in a year. This brings up the number to around 900. Every year, airlines require fresh pilots because there has been some hierarchy. Senior captains do retire, senior first officers gets promoted and replace those captains, and then junior officers get replaced as senior officers by getting promoted. And when this hierarchy goes on, airlines would require fresh pilots again. With this, let us consider 100 fresh pilots requirement, including all the airlines, charter airlines, flight instructors and stuff. And this brings up the number 1000 that we were talking about. And again, these are numbers from my personal research. These are not official numbers from any authentic sources. This is just to give you a brief idea and what would be the requirements for pilots in the future. Hope this video was somehow helpful to you taking a decision about your aviation career. If you like this video, hit the like button and do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next video.